I spent years wondering why my fresh foods kept going bad so quickly. My herbs would wilt overnight, my bread turned stale in days, and don't even get me started on how bland my fruits tasted. Then I realized I was making the same storage mistakes most people make every single day. There are 20 common foods that actually get worse in the fridge, not better. Once I learned which ones belonged on my counter instead, everything changed. Today, I'm sharing these game-changing storage tips with you. Hope you enjoy this video, and please take a moment to like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who could benefit from it and feel inspired. Picture this. You buy beautiful fresh basil or parsley at the store. You get home and stick it straight in the fridge, thinking you're being smart. The next day, you open that drawer to find wilted, blackened leaves that look nothing like what you paid for. Sound familiar? Here's what most people don't know. Your fridge is actually killing your herbs. That cold, dry air suffocates them instead of keeping them fresh. The cold temperature breaks down their delicate cell walls and pulls moisture right out of the leaves. It's like putting a flower in the freezer and expecting it to bloom. Try this instead. Treat your herbs exactly like fresh flowers. Fill a glass jar with water and place your herb stems inside. Keep this setup right on your kitchen counter. Your herbs will stay vibrant and flavorful for up to 2 weeks this way, and they'll keep all their nutrients intact too. There's another kitchen staple that hates cold storage just as much. You buy a fresh loaf of bread and put it in the fridge to keep it fresh longer. 3 days later, you pull out a slice and it feels like cardboard. Dry, crumbly, and nothing like the soft bread you started with. Your fridge is actually making your bread stale faster. The cold air pulls moisture out of the bread much quicker than room temperature would. Here's what happens inside those slices. Cold temperatures change the starch molecules in bread, making them crystallize and create that awful cardboard texture nobody wants. Here's a simple rule that works every time. Keep what you'll eat in 4 days on your counter in a bread box or paper bag. Freeze everything else in portions. Room temperature bread stays soft and tasty for days. Frozen bread keeps for months without losing any quality when you thaw it. Temperature affects so many other everyday foods we store completely wrong. You've probably bought hard avocados and put them in the fridge, waiting days for them to get creamy and perfect. But here's the problem. Cold temperatures actually stop the ripening process completely, leaving you with forever hard avocados that never get better. Avocados need warmth to produce the enzymes that break down their flesh and create that buttery texture we all love. The cold basically puts these enzymes to sleep. They can't do their job when it's too chilly. Try the paper bag trick instead. Put your hard avocados in a paper bag on your counter. Room temperature allows natural ripening in just 2 to 3 days. You can even add a banana to speed things up. Counter-stored avocados develop full flavor and perfect texture. Plus, you can control exactly when they're ready. Other fruits need this same treatment to reach their peak. Fresh, crisp apples from the store somehow become mealy and bland after a week in your fridge. You bite into what should be a juicy apple and get that awful grainy texture instead. While apples can handle cold temperatures, your fridge's dry air robs them of moisture. The natural sugars also concentrate differently in cold storage, changing how they taste. Here's what happens when you leave apples on your counter. They continue to ripen slowly at room temperature, developing better flavor compounds that make them taste amazing. Counter storage for up to 2 weeks maintains their natural moisture and that satisfying crisp texture. Room temperature apples stay crunchy longer and taste sweeter because their natural sugars develop properly instead of getting disrupted by cold air. This same principle applies to other popular fruits too. You put yellow bananas in the fridge thinking it will slow ripening, but they turn black and develop an awful texture within hours. The peel looks terrible and the inside feels mushy. Bananas are tropical fruits that actually get damaged by cold temperatures, even though they might look okay inside. The cold breaks down banana cell walls and disrupts their natural ripening process. Your fridge basically shocks these tropical fruits and damages their structure. Room temperature allows bananas to ripen evenly and develop their full sweetness over several days. You can watch them go from green to perfect yellow to sweet-spotted, controlling exactly when they're ready. Counter-stored bananas ripen naturally, taste better, and you can easily control when they're perfect for eating. Other tropical fruits share this same problem with cold storage. Your oranges, lemons, and limes seem fine in the fridge, but they're actually losing their bright, zesty flavors every day. Cold temperatures cause the citrus oils in the peel to break down, and the fruit inside becomes less juicy over time. Citrus fruits develop better flavor compounds when stored at room temperature. The natural oils stay active and create those amazing smells when you scratch the peel. Counter storage keeps all those flavor oils working properly. Room temperature citrus fruits stay juicier and taste more vibrant. Their peels work much better for zesting and cooking, too. You get that fresh, bright taste we all love in our recipes. Another common food suffers this same flavor loss when stored in cold conditions. Nothing's more disappointing than biting into a tomato that should be juicy and flavorful, but tastes like nothing. You expect that burst of sweet, tangy goodness and get bland mush instead. Refrigeration actually shuts down the compounds that give tomatoes their amazing taste and smell. Cold temperatures stop tomatoes from producing the enzymes needed for full flavor development. These enzymes work best at warmer temperatures, creating all those complex flavors we love. Try the paper bag method instead. Put your tomatoes in a paper bag on your counter. Room temperature brings out their natural sweetness and allows proper ripening to happen. Counter-stored tomatoes develop rich, complex flavors and maintain that perfect, juicy texture we crave. Other vegetables need this same warmth to maintain their best qualities. You store potatoes in the fridge thinking it's safer, but they develop a weird, sweet taste and strange texture when cooked. Cold temperatures actually convert potato starches into sugars, completely changing their taste and cooking properties. This starch conversion makes potatoes cook unevenly and develop an unpleasant, gritty texture. The cold disrupts their cellular structure, creating that awful mouthfeel nobody wants in their mashed potatoes or fries. Try a cool, dark pantry spot instead. This keeps potatoes in perfect condition for weeks or even months. Avoid areas with light or heat, which make them sprout faster. Properly stored potatoes maintain their natural flavor, cook evenly, and last much longer without sprouting. You get better texture and taste in every dish. Storage location affects other common vegetables in surprising ways, too. You might not realize it, but some of your cooking oils are actually going bad faster because of where you store them. Oils with lower saturated fat content, like safflower and sunflower oil, are more delicate than you think. These healthier oils need cooler storage to prevent rancidity. Heat and light make their unsaturated fats break down quickly, creating that bitter, off taste. Store them in a cool, dark cabinet or even the fridge door. Olive oil does fine in your pantry, but it will harden if you refrigerate it. Proper oil storage keeps your healthy fats fresh longer and prevents that bitter, off taste that ruins your cooking. Another pantry staple has surprising storage needs, too. Whole onions in the fridge seem logical for freshness, but they actually become soft and lose their sharp, clean flavor. The fridge's moisture makes onions sprout faster and breaks down the compounds that give them their characteristic bite. Onions need air circulation and dry conditions to maintain their firm texture and strong flavor. The cold, humid air in your fridge speeds up sprouting and makes the flavor compounds break down quickly. Try the paper bag storage method instead. Put your onions in a paper bag in a cool, dark place away from potatoes. Potatoes release moisture that makes onions spoil faster. Properly stored onions stay firm for months and maintain that sharp flavor that makes your cooking pop. Other condiments don't need cold storage either. Your fridge door is probably packed with condiments that don't actually need to be there, taking up valuable space. Marketing and habit make us think these condiments need refrigeration, but their ingredients tell a different story. Ketchup's high vinegar content acts as a natural preservative. The acidity stops bacteria from growing, making refrigeration unnecessary. Soy sauce works the same way through fermentation and high salt content. These elements naturally preserve the sauce for up to a year in your cabinet. Restaurants keep these items out all day without any problems. They sit on tables for hours with no safety issues. These condiments stay fresh in your pantry for months, freeing up fridge space for foods that actually need it. Another common kitchen item is more stable than people think. You might store coffee in the fridge thinking it stays fresher longer, but you're actually ruining its flavor. Cold, moist air in the fridge causes coffee to absorb odors from other foods and lose the oils that create its rich taste. Here's what happens when you take cold coffee out. Condensation forms on the beans or grounds, damaging their flavor compounds. This moisture ruins that amazing coffee aroma you love. Try an airtight container in a cool, dry pantry instead. This protects your coffee from moisture and temperature changes that hurt quality. Properly stored coffee maintains its full flavor profile and stays fresh without any refrigeration needed. You get better taste and stronger aroma in every cup. Moisture affects other foods we commonly store wrong too. A perfectly ripe melon should be sweet and juicy, but cold storage can make it taste bland and feel grainy. Chilling melons before they're cut actually changes their texture and reduces their natural sweetness. Cold temperatures break down melon cell structure, creating that unpleasant, powdery texture nobody wants. The cellular walls get damaged and can't hold moisture properly anymore. Room temperature allows melons to develop full flavor and maintain their natural juiciness. The starches keep converting into sugars, making them sweeter each day. This process works best when melons stay warm. Counter-stored whole melons taste sweeter and have better texture, though cut pieces do need refrigeration once exposed to air. Another sweet food suffers from cold storage too. Your honey turns into a hard, crystallized mess in the fridge, making it impossible to drizzle or measure. You try to squeeze it out and get chunky clumps instead of smooth, golden liquid. While crystallization is natural, cold temperatures speed it up and make honey nearly unusable. The glucose separates from water and forms crystals much faster when it's cold. Here's the amazing thing about honey. It's naturally antimicrobial and doesn't need refrigeration to stay safe. The high sugar content and low water activity stop bacteria from growing. This means honey can last for months or even years without spoiling. Room temperature keeps honey flowing smoothly and easy to use. Store it in a cool, dark spot away from sunlight. Pantry-stored honey stays liquid, maintains its flavor, and remains easy to use whenever you need it. Other naturally preserved foods work the same way. Peaches, cherries, and plums from the store are often hard, and the fridge won't help them get better. Cold temperatures actually stop stone fruits from ripening properly, leaving them hard and flavorless forever. These fruits need warmth to develop the enzymes that create their sweet, juicy perfection. The enzymes break down starches into sugars and soften the fruit's flesh. Cold temperatures slow down or even halt these processes completely. Room temperature ripening brings out their natural sugars and creates that perfect, soft texture. The enzymatic reactions work efficiently at warmer temperatures, developing the characteristic aroma and flavor we love. Counter-stored stone fruits develop full flavor and perfect ripeness, giving you that amazing summer taste year-round. Other produce needs specific storage conditions too. Butternut, acorn, and other winter squashes seem like they'd keep better in the fridge, but they actually prefer your pantry. These hardy vegetables are designed by nature to last through winter without refrigeration. Cold, moist conditions can actually cause winter squashes to rot faster than dry storage. The humidity in your fridge creates the perfect environment for mold and bacteria to grow on the skin. This speeds up decay instead of preventing it. Try proper room temperature storage in a cool, dry place instead. Keep them away from direct sunlight and heat sources. This method keeps them fresh for months without any special equipment. Pantry-stored winter squashes maintain better flavor and texture while lasting much longer than refrigerated ones. Another vegetable thrives in pantry conditions too. Whole garlic heads in the fridge often start sprouting green shoots and lose their sharp, pungent flavor. Cold, moist conditions trigger garlic to think it's time to grow, using up the flavor compounds we want. Refrigeration breaks down the sulfur compounds that give garlic its characteristic bite and health benefits. These compounds create that sharp flavor and amazing smell when you crush a clove. The cold makes these sulfur compounds unstable and weaker. Try dry, cool pantry storage instead. Put your garlic in a paper bag in a cool, dark spot. This keeps garlic dormant and flavorful for months without sprouting. Properly stored garlic maintains its potent flavor and health properties while lasting much longer without sprouting. Storage method affects both taste and nutrition in many other foods too. Your fridge door might be full of salad dressings that don't all need to be there, while some really do. The ingredients in your dressing determine whether it needs cold storage, but most people treat them all the same. Oil and vinegar-based dressings are naturally stable because vinegar acts as a natural preservative. The acidity stops bacteria from growing. These dressings have no water content that bacteria need to survive. Cream, yogurt, and mayo-based dressings need refrigeration because they contain dairy and eggs. These ingredients spoil quickly at room temperature and create perfect conditions for harmful bacteria. Check your ingredients list to decide. Look for dairy, eggs, or cream on the label. Understanding your dressing's ingredients helps you store them properly, keeping them fresh while freeing up fridge space. Another preserved food is more stable than people realize. That jar of pickles takes up valuable fridge space, but it might not need to be there at all. The pickling process creates an environment where harmful bacteria can't survive, even at room temperature. Vinegar's high acidity acts as a natural preservative, stopping bacteria and other microorganisms from growing. Salt draws moisture out of the food, preventing microbial growth that causes spoilage. These two ingredients work together to keep pickles safe for months. Store your pickle jar in a spot where air can circulate around it. Keep the jar tightly sealed to prevent contamination and maintain that crispy texture you love. Pantry-stored pickles stay fresh and crunchy while freeing up fridge space for foods that actually need cold storage. One final food item also thrives outside the refrigerator. Bell peppers and chili peppers often get wrinkled and lose their vibrant color after sitting in the fridge. You expect crisp, bright peppers, but find sad, wilted vegetables instead. Cold temperatures can actually break down pepper cell walls, making them lose that satisfying crunch we love. The cold damages their structure and makes them look dull and tired. Room temperature storage maintains pepper structure and preserves their bright colors and firm texture. Try storing them in a paper bag in a cool spot with good air circulation. This prevents moisture buildup that causes spoilage. Counter-stored peppers stay crisp, colorful, and flavorful longer, giving you better ingredients for your cooking. This final tip completes the transformation of your food storage approach, helping you get the most out of every ingredient. Most people have been storing up to 20 common foods wrong, wasting money and missing out on amazing flavors. You've been throwing away fresh taste without even knowing it. Start making these changes today. Move your herbs to a water jar on the counter. Take your bread out of the fridge.